Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I'm going to talk a little bit about online marketing and going to talk a little bit about how you can grow your business through such. Got Drew Williams. He's a serial entrepreneur. He explains how any business owner can become a master marketer. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Kevin.
Before we get started, tell us a little bit about your background.
I've been basically a serial entrepreneur for my entire life, and so at this point I've started, 6 different companies. I sold one of them in just around 2000 so it was an internet software company. Sold it to a group of Boston investors. And so my background has been technology from a marketing point of view for the most part. And so I spent 3 years in Boston, came back to Toronto where I live in 2003, and decided that what I wanted to do was help companies, small companies, many sorts of companies I had started in the past, cut through this marketing stuff and figure out what works. And so the book is actually part of that, and the business that I've been running since is very much part of that as well.
Is your company called New Revenue?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, NURevenue.com. Very interesting. Yeah. And tell me a little bit about a typical client for a company like yours.
We've got 2 groups of customers. So we've got larger companies in the financial services and high-tech area, but the more interesting side of the business is our small business customers and startups. And that's because I've got a passion for that kind of company. And what we do is we help them. A lot of these companies come up and they don't have the resources to hire big marketing firms or advertising agencies. And so what we do is we risk share with them. We'll put money, we'll put our compensation on the line based on performance. And in some cases, we'll even share equity with them. So we'll take equity in lieu of payment. And so the goal is to help these companies grow. Obviously that's the theme here today, and achieve that in a way that they can afford it, and still having access to people who've done it before.
Very cool. Kind of tell me where is there certain industries that gravitate towards you versus others?
Yeah, inevitably high tech. So high tech is heavy on internet software, that kind of thing. So app developers, because that's really what's hot these days. But we've got customers we've got a company that's 10 years old, and yet they're still close to being a startup, and they make chocolate. And so it runs quite a range from chocolate to technology to small financial companies who are developing interesting funds.
Very cool. Hey, you got 7 steps that you have in your book, Feed the Startup Beast. Talk about those 7 steps real quickly.
Yeah.
In fact, let me go right down the line, and I'll let you comment on each one. How's that?
Yeah.
All right. So the first step is to ask.
Right. So ask is, there's so many companies out there that start spending money on marketing, and the problem is they shouldn't. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for that when we go through it in the book. And ask is talking to those who know whether you should or you shouldn't. And in some cases, if you have customers, those are the people you should be talking to. You got to get a sense of how many fans you have versus potentially how many detractors you have. And so we give you a set of tools to get a whole bunch out of these people. And if you don't have customers, we do the same exercise with prospects, so people who should be buying from you. And we set up what we call the laws of engagement. And with these people, help you work through the laws of engagement, which will underlie everything you do from that point forward.
Yep. And Drew, we have about 2.5, 3 minutes left, so I'm going to have to ask you to get real short on some of these. Listen. Number 2, listen.
Listen is the other side of ask. So it's taking the information that comes in and putting it into these laws of engagement.
Focus.
Focus heavy on the website. Websites don't work when they're self-serve buffets, which too many websites are. So we help you turn your website into, call it a den of seduction, so you can convert unknown visitors to known prospects.
Attract.
Attract is all about social media. Can't be ignored. Hugely important. And so we do the 80-20 on social media, what to do and how, and what you can safely ignore for now.
Pursue?
Pursue, we believe that outbound email marketing is still important. There's a lot who don't. And so we talk about how to develop lists, because it's not hard to figure out who should be buying from you, and then how to use email effectively to get at those people and break through. Really importantly, come up with what we call intrigue marketing ideas in the book.
Nurture?
Nurture, once you've attracted them, or once you've pursued them, once you've got their engagement, once they're interested, them being your prospects, nurture is all about keeping that engagement. So providing content on a regular basis. We go monthly, and we create a content ladder, which is interesting in the book, to help you do that.
And then finally, grow.
Most important of all, obviously. What you want to do is you want to measure what's working and what's not working. So we give you the tools there, and we've got a tool website, and they're free downloads that you can go to. And there's 4 key measures out of the bazillion measures you could possibly consider, and those 4 key measures, we show you how to predict. Predict, is this working, and will I hit my goal or not? And if it's not, give you enough time to change out, because the fastest path to growth is figuring out what works and then doubling down on it. So that's what that step is all about.
The company's called New Revenue, nurevenue.com. And again, our guest, Drew Williams, author of the book, Feed the Startup Beast. Where do we find that book?
It's everywhere. Amazon is a good place to go, but anywhere you want, it's out there.
Thanks so much for being with us. Enjoyed it.
And sorry, just one last thought. I mentioned the tools. You might want to take a look at the website, which is feedthebeast.biz, B-I-Z, and you can find the retailers there as well.
All right, we'll be back with you tomorrow for another great program. Time goes fast when you're having fun, and I always have fun right here on The Price of Business.